Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up and test your G-Sync or G-Sync compatible monitor. So to test if your G-Sync or G-Sync compatible monitor actually does have G-Sync itself, all you need to do is go to this link, which I will leave in the description, which has a list of every G-Sync or G-Sync compatible monitor. And if your monitor is on here, then it is either G-Sync or G-Sync compatible. And if it is not on here, then it is likely not. So once you've confirmed that your monitor is indeed G-Sync or G-Sync compatible, then all you need to do is go to your desktop and right click on it. And that'll bring up this little tab where you want to click NVIDIA Control Panel. So click on that. And it might take a sec to load. And once this window pops up, you want to go over to the left side here where all of these little options are and go under display and then go to setup G-Sync, and you can just click on that right away. And right now what your screen will likely look like is actually this box is unchecked. So when you're doing this for the first time, you want to go under number 1 and then hit enable G-Sync or G-Sync compatible. And then once you have that, these two options should lighten up. And I have it on enable for full screen mode because this is all games and other 3D applications pretty much. And windowed in full screen mode tends to get a little bit choppy for daily activities where you don't want G-Sync to actually be enabled. So I prefer for G-Sync to only be enabled when it's a full screen application. So then under number 2, I only have one monitor in my setup, so this is the only monitor I've selected. But if you had multiple monitors in your setup, you would want to click the one that has G-Sync on it. Right now, I just have my G-Sync compatible monitor right here, and you would just select it here. Then under number 3, you want to check this box to enable settings for the selected display model. Then you can hit apply, and it might take a minute to apply, and then you can exit out of here. So once all of these settings have been applied, you'll want to restart your PC just to make sure everything has been fully applied and has affected your monitor and PC. So I'll be right back once I've restarted. So we're back from restarting, and now all you want to do to test your G-Sync is go into Chrome, and then go to this link that I'll leave in the description. And this is basically a collection of NVIDIA's demos for various different 3D renderings. And the one you want is the G-Sync Pendulum demo, which is where the link will lead you to. And all you need to do is click download. And then once this downloads, you can just click on the box down here and hit yes. Then just go through the normal setup wizard for any application. So I'm going to hit next, agree, leave all of these the same, next. And I'm going to install this on my hard drive, my separate hard drive that Windows is not on, just because I have more space on it. But you can virtually install this anywhere on your device. So hit OK for that and install. And then you can just exit out of all of these things because you are finished with downloading. Now that should have created two different icons on your desktop, and the one we want is just the straight up G-Sync Pendulum demo, and we don't actually need this configuration one, so we can right click and delete that. So now we can just double click on this Pendulum demo, and up in the top left here you'll see 3 options: VSync, no VSync, and G-Sync. These are to test all the different options that your monitor has. So my monitor does in fact have G-Sync, but the only problem here is that my recording software that I'm using to record this video prevents my monitor from having G-Sync on at the same time. So normally when I wouldn't be recording, or normally when you guys would be using your monitors, this box would have this dot in here. Right now it just goes right back to no VSync. So normally this would just stay checked. So ignoring that, in this application you can simulate different frames per second to just test out what G-Sync really does for your monitor. And G-Sync will essentially eliminate screen tearing and screen artifacts on your screen. They're little, they're minor inconveniences, you could say, but they start to add up once you really notice them. They're usually little lines in the screen, not very noticeable, but noticeable enough once you realize they're there. So there's a few different options, like you can spin the camera around, it shows the frames per second, and FPS sliders, just the FPS you want, and the test pattern. This can be really helpful when testing G-Sync, because without G-Sync on, these lines tend to be very jittery and sometimes kind of split apart, as you'll notice once you play around with this. So I honestly prefer to have this test pattern on because it's a very helpful way of showing the differences between G-Sync, no VSync, and VSync. So that will just about do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helps you in testing your G-Sync or G-Sync compatible monitors. See you guys in the next one.